Okay, in the milkshake video, you probably saw the roast chicken, and today I'm going to cook that. I'm going to roast it in the oven, but it's gonna. You're killing me! You're killing me! Hang on. Okay, today I'm going to cook that roast chicken. So hang on, let me get it out of the fridge. Okay, here's the chicken, still wrapped up. I've got some oil, and I've got a little mixture of flour and chili powder and some other spices. I don't remember what. Let's see. Yeah, just flour and chili powder. I want to give it a coating, almost like fried chicken. But I can't fry this thing. It's a whole roaster. So let's do this. Oh, we need to get rid of this. That's rubbish. Okay. There's the chicken. Now I'm going to give it a bunch of oil, and then with that oil, I'm going to coat it with that flour stuff. There's the whole chicken except for the head, and they took the gizzards out. I just go on faith for that because I've bought this brand before, and I'm happy enough with it. And it's halal, y'all, so there you go. I may be changing that with my procedure here, but from the store, it's halal. Okay. So, a bunch of oil on this. And yes, this is going to be a lot of cleanup, and I'm not going to be able to finish this video tonight. Right now, I've just got a meat pie in the fridge. No, I'm not going to wash my hands. I'm just going to wipe them off. I've got a meat pie. No, not in the fridge. I've got a meat pie in the oven that I'm going to eat today. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cook this, and then we're going to wrap it up and put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow, we're going to make it for dinner. We're going to make Spanish rice and tortilla. We're going to get tortillas. Not going to make tortillas. But here, just... Oh, there's some breadcrumbs in here too. All right. That's cool. There's going to be a lot of burnt stuff on here. On this pan. This pan's going to need to be soaked a lot. But this is the messy part. And there on the outside are the wings. And here. Okay. Turn it over, same thing. Oh, by the way, these breadcrumbs, they're made from bread sticks. I couldn't find breadcrumbs in the supermarket, so I just got bread sticks and smashed them up. And I'm using the last of this mixture. It takes a lot. Now, if you have a big enough bowl, you could just dump the flour mixture and everything into the bowl and then just dunk the whole chicken into that. But I don't have a bowl that big, as you may recall from the brownies. So anyway, this should make it a nice-ish crust. Hopefully the oil on the pan will keep it from sticking too bad. That's not always the case. Okay. Now I need to wash my hands, and we'll put this in the oven. Okay, I want to make sure that there's enough oil at the bottom of this pan. Looks like there is. We're going to make a mess inside this oven though. So let's try to pick up some of this stuff, put it back on the chicken. It's not all gonna stick, but I don't know. This is a messy dish. But once we clean up the mess tonight, we'll pull the chicken out, we'll take it apart, and we'll make kind of like taco type stuff out of it. Okay. Now let's put it in the oven. Okay, there's the chicken. Here's the oven turned on. I got it fixed. Yep, it's turned on. It's nice and hot in there. And we're gonna put this in here like that. Okay. And we're done for now. Just gonna wait for that thing to cook. We'll come back and turn it over and go from there. You'll see. All right, let's see how it's doing so far. Okay. Ow! Damn it. Okay. We're going to turn this over, hoping for the best. Now my oven only gives heat from the bottom. In case you're wondering why the top looks completely untouched, it's because it is. Which is why we need to flip this bird. Yeah, we lost a bit of skin there. But oh no, we'll see how it goes. It doesn't look particularly overcooked there, so I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a knife, cut into this critter. There we go. Cooked at least halfway through. Let's see. Well, it definitely needs some more cooking. That's right, we got it flipped. May have to flip it again. That's all right. Okay. And that's it for now. Okay, we're gonna take it out and have a look. But I'm still gonna flip it if it's done enough on this side now. Alright, let's try to grab this in a way that doesn't burn my hand this time. Well, this side looks better cooked. Still gonna flip it and cook it a little bit longer. Aw, man. Hang on, you'll see in a minute. a lot of the skin peeled off and stuck to the pan. Damn it. All right, hang on. There you can see that. There we go. I'm going to put that back up there. Because the skin, apart from being tasty just on its own, has its own use. And depending on how much I save, you'll see what that is when we get to that stage. Okay, and there's RR again. God knows what he wants. All right. Maybe he just smells the chicken. Okay. Put this back and let it cook for a little bit longer. And then you'll see what we're going to do after that. Okay, that's it for now. But still got a ways to go. Okay, now I'm just turning off the oven. I'm not going to pull it out. Don't need to look at it. It's cooked enough. It's been cooking for, I don't know, a little less than an hour. And that's really all you need to know. Just flip it about halfway, at the halfway point, and have a look at it. Cut it up to see. Yeah, it's not really rocket science. So once it cools, in a few hours, cool enough that I could handle it, I could manipulate it, I'm going to wrap it up. We're not going to eat it today. I had a meat pie already. So we'll wrap it up, and then tomorrow we'll make Mexican rice and heat up some tortillas, and basically it's how we eat rotisserie chicken in Mexico, but it's not rotisserie. I had to bake it. So anyway, that's it for now. We'll be back when it cools off after a couple hours, and just a second for you. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, now I'm going to pull it out of the oven. Should be cool enough that I'm still going to be careful with the pan. Okay. This is as cooked as it's going to get. All right. Now let's see. I am going to cut a piece off now and see how well it cooked through. No, it's cut another piece off to show you. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty well cooked through. And it's tasty. How hot is it? Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna put it on some foil. Here, I'll show you. I'm putting it here, but I'm not going to wrap it up. I'm going to let it cool. Actually, I'll put it someplace else. A different cabinet. But now, some for the nasty ass cleanup. All right. Well, that's going. Okay, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna wrap that up when it cools off and put it in the fridge. And tomorrow for dinner, we're gonna have Mexican tacos with Mexican rice and so on. And I'll show you how to make the Mexican rice too. So, yeah. So I'll see you then. We're good for the rest of the day. Okay, I started doing this, and then I thought, nah, I really ought to show you guys what it is I'm doing. So, here. That's what's left of the carcass. Sorry about that. I should have shown this from the beginning. I'm taking all the meat off and putting it in here. And I don't even remember exactly what I said I was going to do with this chicken, but I've got a new plan. I think it's probably pretty similar, but it occurred to me that I think I could make not perfect, but maybe halfway decent enchiladas. I only have access to flour tortillas, but enchiladas can be made with flour tortillas. And if you get the sauce right, you can forgive the flour tortillas. Or you're not gonna. It's not the flour tortillas' fault. You can forgive the chef for using flour tortillas. Not that I'm a chef, but you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm gonna finish picking this carcass clean, and I'm not gonna make you watch that. I just thought I'd catch you up on what's going on. And when we're ready to make the enchiladas, actually the next step would be doing the enchilada sauce. And I've got some makings for it. I've gathered a bunch of ingredients. Got some oil, got some chili powder. I found out that the kind of chili powder that you guys are used to in the United States, if you're in the United States, the chili powder we get here is usually just pure cayenne pepper. And that's all I have. I've been looking for American style chili powder, and I do love it, but you just can't get it here. So we've got coriander, we've got cumin, oregano, believe it or not, for some reason. Here's another surprise. Well, no, that's some more red pepper, but it's cayenne pepper, and cinnamon. Not much cinnamon, and then some black pepper, and tomato paste, and I'm going to need to use some flour as well. But those are the ingredients. And I don't know whether I'm going to get to that this evening or maybe tomorrow or sometime next week. I've got some time in my schedule, so I could do it. I'll definitely post it next time. So, I mean, this week you got I can't remember what I posted. Breakfast burrito, I guess, something like that. Anyway, that's the current plan. So, okay, well, we'll get back to this. Well, as far as you're concerned, we'll be back to it in a second. Okay, this is editor me. The cooking the chicken thing, that took too long. If I add the enchiladas in right now, it's going to be ridiculously too long. So I've decided now to edit this as two separate videos. So here's the end of this one. Hit like and subscribe and all that. And I'll decide when to post. Maybe I'll post enchiladas tomorrow. Maybe it'll wait till next week. And drop comments. I'll probably make the decision before I get your comments, but I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I'll be back next week, swear to God. Today I'm editing this one that you just saw and the enchiladas, which I haven't edited it yet. Bye. as I'm speaking, I haven't edited this one either. So, anyway, okay, I'll be back next time. All right.